actually really over something I have no. Nice. No, it looked good. She broke out, but she every year. She still was headed to play basketball. Yeah, didn't you want to play
Ladies and gentlemen, we are only minutes away. We ask that you please try to find your seat as our security team is preparing to raise our aisle markers. We ask that you please find a seat. Rich Berglund, and while I normally teach at the Hampton Bays Elementary School, today I will graciously act as your guide and narrator for the procession that will very soon enter the tent, thus marking the beginning of today's events. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, please note that the aisleways must remain clear as a safe passage in the unlikely event of an emergency. Please take notice of our school safety team, led by Mr. John Moran, who are with us today acting as marshals. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your cooperation with any special requests they make to ensure your safety and comfort during today's ceremony. For your comfort and convenience, professional photographers from LifeTouch Studios are with us today. All graduates will receive a photo of him or herself receiving their diploma in the mail this summer, with candid shots as well. Parents and loved ones, we ask that you please do not crowd the aisleways to get that special shot. This will keep our aisles safe and will prevent blocking the view of our other guests. Additionally, we welcome Southampton Town Television, who is here filming today's commencement exercises. This summer, you can relive today's ceremony on Channel 22, with copies being made available to any and all interested graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the hour of 11 o'clock, please note that the processional is beginning to assemble at the entrance to the high school gymnasium. Leading today's processional will be the graduation candidates of Hampton Bays High School. With the girls forming on your right and the boys on your left, they will march to the entrance of the tent and then turn to the center line, thus acting as an honor guard for our distinguished guests. Leading the class of 2016 and carrying the school mace is Alexis Fatopoulos, Senior Class President. Leading the graduates on your right is Alicia Gillespie, the valedictorian of the class of 2016. Leading the graduates line on your left is Lily Spellman, the salutatorian of the class of 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to the entrance of the tent and introduce you to from our high school, Mr. Eric Ferraro and our honorable high school faculty. From the middle school, Mr. Dennis Sharp, Mr. Anthony de Blasio, and our prestigious middle school faculty. From Hampton Bays Elementary School, Mr. Mark Meyer, Mr. Rich Trianopils, and our esteemed elementary school faculty. Our district administrators, Denise Sullivan, Larry Luce, Mark Pagano, and Drew Walker. Our Board of Education, Rich Joslin, Kevin Springer, Michael Dunn, Doc Capuano, and Liz Scully. Mr. Christopher Cariello, today's commencement speaker, owner and executive chef of One North Steakhouse, and a 2002 graduate of Hampton Bays High School. Loris Clemenson, Superintendent of Schools, and Christopher Richard, High School Principal and Master of Ceremonies. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the familiar refrain of Pomp and Circumstance, performed by our Hampton Bays High School and Alumni Symphonic Band, it is my pleasure to present to you the Hampton Bays High School Class of 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud and honored to introduce to you the esteemed principal of the Hampton Bays High School, Mr. Chris Richard. Please be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Richard, and it is an honor to serve as the principal of Hampton Bays High School. On behalf of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, staff, and guests, and of course, the class of 2016, I welcome you to the commencement exercises of the Hampton Bays Union Free School District. Ladies and gentlemen, before I continue with the formal program, I must take care of a few housekeeping chores. Exits from the tent are marked in the corners. Refreshments, especially water, are available at the PTSA tent located adjacent to the high school. By New York State law, there is no smoking permitted anywhere on school grounds, and we ask that photographers refrain from blocking the view of others. Aisleways must be kept clear for the comfort and safety of our guests. Please silence all electronic communication devices at this time, and as Mr. Berglund announced, we are proud to have with us professional photographers and a film crew from Southampton Town Public Television. Photos and video will be available for all graduates this summer. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we welcome and call upon the American Legion Hand Aldrich Post number 924, Honor Guard, to present the colors as Magdalena Roble, the third ranking member of the class of 2016, leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And please remain standing as Lily Spellman leads us in the singing of our national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Detail. Up. Left or right face. Reset. Arms.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the members of the American Legion Hand Aldrich Post number 924. Color Guard, please retire the colors.
Shoulder down. Chin up. Right shoulder, right shoulder. Arm. Left or right face. Forward. One.
Please be seated. I would be remiss if I continue with the program without acknowledging what just happened up here at this podium. One more round of applause for Lily Spellman, an incredible talent. I get the chills when you sing the national anthem, so thank you so much. I now ask that you turn your attention to those seated behind me. In addition to the distinguished school leadership team and dedicated Board of Education you were introduced to during the processional, please welcome our honored guest, commencement speaker, and Hampton Bays alumnus from the class of 2002, Christopher Cariello. Seated on the risers behind me are members of the faculty from our three schools. In most cases, these teachers have influenced the learning lives of our graduates since kindergarten, and we are appreciative of their presence here today. I ask these faculty members to stand as their names are called and remain standing until all have been recognized. We ask that you please withhold applause until then. From our elementary school, Denise DeRosa, June Eaton, Barbara Ferrucci, Megan Cappers, Stephen Polero, Katie Palmieri, Amy Dunkirk, and Mary Beth Motz de Gonzalez. From Hampton Bays Middle School, Christina Chiarulli, Kathleen Callahan, Joan Crowley, Kathleen Dayton, Jonathan DeMori, Jennifer DiStefano, Deanna Devon, John Roche, Samantha Reynolds, John Pega, Lori O'Halloran, Elizabeth Lonnie, Tony Daciano, Jessica Sears, Christopher Romero, and Rachel Boris. From Hampton Bays High School, Lori Ackerson, Andrew Abokas, Ed Bauman, Michael Carlson, Tara Dietz, Nicole DeFreitas, Michelle Edwards, Christina Fassini, Andrew Fotopoulos, Mary Beth Valenti, Christy Stevens, John Perez, Carla Pensa, Katie Niedema, Samantha Lupa, Charles Isgro, Rich Gostick, Stephanie Forsberg. Seated with our band, Deborah Liso. And Senior Class Advisor, Kelly Barrett. Junior Class Advisors, Michelle Marone and Melba Martinez. School Counselor, Tom Little. And Alternative High School Director, Rich Iannelli. And with us us in spirit today, Mrs. Kelsch, who cannot be with us because she delivered a baby girl. Who is named Neve Kelsch. These faculty members have guided these students to this point in time as high school graduates. Please join the class of 2016 in a well-deserved round of applause for these educators. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce Alexis Fotopoulos, the president of the class of 2016, to offer some.
All right, just bear with me for a couple minutes. Hello, good morning, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Clemenson, Mr. Richard, Mr. Ferraro, Mr. Walker, our class advisors, Ms. Baer and Ms. Kelch, parents, teachers, friends, and the reason why you're all here today, the class of 2016. My name is Alexis Fotopoulos, and I'm the president of this lovely group in front of me. And now that I got this formal introduction out of the way, I'm just going to grab my real speech, if that's all right. All right. Ferraro, you're the best, and you don't have to worry. Anyone who chaperoned a trip to Cali isn't going to get roasted in my speech. But Mr. Richard, you should be a little worried. Lucky for me, I have an older brother that has done this before. So unlike him, I'm not going to forget to thank my parents for everything they've done for me. Mom, Dad, I love you. Sorry, Harry. I'm going to be the favorite child now. I also want to thank my friends, Rachel, Joey, Monica, Ross, Chandler, and Phoebe. They stayed up with me all throughout the night, and I couldn't thank them enough. And also my real friends, Gabby, Michaela, and Eve, of course. Serious, not enough of the jokes. When I started writing this speech, which I admit was more recent than it maybe should have been, I started thinking about us and the last 4 years we spent together at Hampton High School. Throughout our 4 years, we made new friends, got involved in clubs, and became a part of a team. The Hampton-based public schools are unique because from kindergarten to 12th grade, we grew up with the same people in the same small town. I had several meetings with Mr. Richard about my speech. He told me that my speech had to, oh, there it went. Now it's part of the plan, don't worry, let me just put it back on. Wow, talk about embarrassing. All right, we're on. He told me that my speech had to address the entire class. I had to say hi to this person, introduce that person, rephrase this, you know. That's just typical Mr. Richard. He has to control whatever he can until the very end. I was getting a little anxious about writing the speech and worrying about what to write and how to write it. But I got over all my anxieties when I realized what an amazing class we truly are. I realized that it was best to keep this straightforward and honest, which was surprisingly tough. Believe it or not, there's actually a lot to love about all of you, and trimming it down to a list short enough that it will allow us to graduate today rather than tomorrow wasn't easy. So after much deliberation, here's an incredibly condensed list of why I love our class. I love how proud we are of our friends, classmates, and just being the class of 2016. The amount of support everyone shows towards their peers always makes me proud. Whether it's a play performance, sporting event, or concert, I'm always impressed by the number of people who come out and just show their peers that they actually care. And also, thank you, Mr. Berger, for always giving us that little extra incentive to go. Our class pride was especially evident in the turnout we had at class night. Our advisors convinced themselves that it was going to be a fail and no one was going to come. I mean, I don't blame them with our reputation, but not only did we show up, we showed up and we won. And despite all the chaos in our group chat and all the fighting and everything, we finally got it together and we pulled it off for senior cut day. It is these types of events that made me realize how much we actually enjoy connecting as a class after all. I love how fearless we are. Time and time again, our class has shown that we're not afraid to step outside of our comfort zone. So many members of our class have stood up and fought for causes they believe in, like Laura and Magda being able to evacuate the entire school to restore the beach grass at Diana Beach. Others have stepped out of their comfort zone, deciding to study abroad their first year. For example, Lexi, I'm really jealous she's going to be in Greece in September, which I was going. We are fearless on the fields and courts, and our athletic achievements show that. So proud of my team for winning back-to-back league and county championships. Special shout out to my dogs, Pega. And a special shout out to the Hampton Bays basketball team. I love you all. And a very special shout out to Hannah Reed for the past 6 years. It's been a blast, and I love you. And we consistently put ourselves out there on the stage in our musical performances. I mean, who can forget John Carlos as Frankenstein or Aaron's performance at the St. Jude's benefit, which blew me away. And what I love most of all is knowing that these two traits, pride and fearlessness, along with many others that I neglected to mention, aren't just passing fads. I know that all of you will continue to have pride in what you do, to support your peers, and to be fearless in all aspects of your life. And I know you will change the world for the better. I never believed the older kids when they said, as time flies by. I mean, it feels like just yesterday we were having snack time and our homework was to play with blocks. But now here we are in our caps and gowns. It's crazy. What's even crazier is that the world doesn't even know what's about to hit it. But the moment 150 incredible Hampton Bays graduates leaves the school and go out in pursuit of their dreams and ambitions, it will. And the world is going to love the Hampton Bays class of 2016 just as much as I did. I knew I was going to have to get to this part of the speech. After reminiscing about times and talking so highly about my class, the part where I have to say goodbye. When thinking of how, many ideas came to my head, but I decided on saying a letter addressed directly to all of you. So here it goes. Dear class of 2016, my friends, my peers, we did it, we're done. 4 years later, and we are now graduating. As a class, we shared many good times, pep rallies, spirit weeks, lip syncs, proms, I mean, the list just goes on. I know many people believe that high school is the best 4 years of your life, but I don't think that's true. High school is just one tiny chapter in all of our lives, and we have so much ahead of us. But one thing that will outlast high school are the memories and friendships that we made here. Those are forever. I would like to leave you with one of my favorite quotes. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. To the class of 2016, I wish endless opportunities for each and every one of you and a lifetime of happiness and success. I hope you fail at times, only to realize that failing is okay and will motivate you to work 10 times harder. My mom has always told me, get ready, just let life do its thing. Hampton Bays is home, and it always will be. It's been an honor, and I'm truly going to miss all of you. Thank you, good luck, congratulations to the class of 2016.
Thank you, Alexis. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Hampton Bays High School Salutatorian, Lily Spellman. Lily is graduating today with a grade point average of 100.9 and will be attending Barnard College of Columbia University this fall.
They say it's impossible to achieve success alone. They also say it's impossible to live a fulfilling life without close personal relationships. What I get from that is this. It's important to surround yourself with influential people who you aspire to impress and to inspire you to be your best version of yourself. To start off, I'd like to thank a few of those influential people who have made a tremendous impact on our lives, and who I think personally have a great deal to do with my ability to stand here today. Leaders of our school, Mr. Clemenson, Mrs. Sullivan, Mr. Pagano, Mr. Roos, Mr. Richard, Mr. Ferraro, the Board of Education, I thank you for your persistence in giving us an unforgettable high school experience filled with unique opportunities. To the talented staff of Hampton Bays, I thank you for inspiring us not only to achieve and excel, but to be passionate about what interests us. To our family, friends, everyone who is here today for one particular smiling face in a cap and gown, you helped us do it at some point along the way, whether it was by giving advice, staying up late with us, coming to support, or just squeezing our hands a little tighter when things got harder to let us know you weren't going anywhere. On behalf of every Hampton Bays graduate, I thank you all. I'm sorry if this is long, Alicia. I know you're probably sitting there anxiously waiting for your turn. It's just hard to adequately commence in a few minutes a journey that's taken me 17 years to reach the beginning of. But now, as cliche as it's going to seem to all of you, and as proud as he's going to be that he was the first person quoted in this speech, I just have to start with something I learned from my father, because it resonates with me and I think it will do the same with you. So my dad's always said that no matter what you end up doing, make sure you're happy doing it. Basically, that monetary gain should come secondary in importance to things like level of happiness and true passion. My mom always told me how proud she was of me in every ordeal, so long as I tried my best. These are words and phrases I've grown up hearing. I've been searching for a way to personalize them. It wasn't until I was a sophomore and began an interesting program that I gained some insight into how I might be able to stay happy and motivated to put forth my best effort. It also wasn't until this program began that I gained some more insight into how my peers might ultimately do the same. I spent 3 years in the science research program here at Hampton Bays, beginning, like I said, as a sophomore by investigating ophthalmology, the study of the human eye. A topic that has undoubtedly inspired me to pursue research in areas that interest me, it's actually also taught me something more, something not quite so obvious nor scientific. The eye is the foundation for sight, yes. The reason most of us can enjoy a beautiful view, read a compelling book, or gaze into a loved one's soul. But what is sight? Is it simply the ability of the brain to receive the light signals bouncing off of objects before us? Or can someone see without even opening their eyes? Most of the time, the things I get inspired by aren't considered to be by the general teenage populace cool. Shocker, right? But here at Hampton Bays, I've been able to connect with peers inspired by many different things not so similar to my interests, from athletics to academics to human relation socializing. And I'm sure I share this in common with all of my fellow graduates as members of the nationwide class of 2016. This unique ability provided to us by the traditional locker-lined hallways and concrete cafeterias of high school to develop intimate, colorful relationships with people who don't share our same inspirations, with people who help us see without even having to open our eyes, see the world in all its beauty and harmony. And that's one thing I hope for this class of 2016, that we never lose that ability to see how we're all pieces of life's puzzle, that we're all interconnected in the weirdest ways, that we're all meant to coexist and bond and give opportunity and receive gratitude. And that we remember and cherish that which high school taught us outside of the classroom, to provide each other with stepping stones that might lead us down the path of finding what sparks our interests rather than what sparks someone else's. I'm not here today to inspire you, although, hey, if that became the case, I wouldn't be upset. But no, I'm just here with the privilege of being able to tell you who and what's inspired me throughout my 17 years of living. So in a world where it's easy to see a serious lack of all things genuine, I don't see despair, because I've grown up in a generation filled with promise. I've seen a great example of a community that builds each other up instead of tearing each other down. That's one thing we can all leave Hampton Days with confidence in. And all that I wish upon this class and the nationwide class of 2016 is that we build each other up. We work together to find what truly inspires us, what urges us to wake up in the all too wee hours of the morning with smiles on our faces, the genuine passion to go to class or work, and the motivation to give our best effort. Because let me tell you one thing, it would keep my parents' words alive and make them proud. Congratulations to my fellow classmates, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, Lily. Your recognition of your outstanding academic achievement. Congratulations, Lily. It is now my distinct pleasure to present the valedictorian of the Hampton Bays class of 2016, Alicia Gillespie. Alicia is graduating today with a grade point average of 101.2 and will be attending Boston University this fall.
All right. Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates of the class of 2016. Today is the day where the achievements of the students sitting before us are recognized. We look back to all the memories which remain in Hampton Bays and eagerly anticipate what the future holds. However, sometimes in this whirlwind of thoughts, the significance of graduation can be lost. On this day, we have all come together to celebrate us, the Hampton Bays class of 2016. All that we have been through for the past 13 years is coming together. Today is our day, and I think it's important that we take time to appreciate that. Something I find to be an important part about living in the moment is being grateful for those who have helped you become the person you are today. Parents and families, you've seen us at our best and at our worst, but you've always seemed to know the right thing to say. You've helped us through the stresses of tests and college applications and the drama of prom season, or as Ms. Barrett likes to call it, proma. You've been with us through struggling with alphabetical order in elementary school, my parents know what I'm talking about, to learning about more complex topics such as the atom or algebra. You spent 13 years being our teachers, chauffeurs, and biggest cheerleaders, only to let us know that it doesn't stop here. You have offered advice, push, pull, even nudged a little bit, in order to help us become the individuals we are today and who we aspire to be in the future. I'd like to thank our teachers, who always greeted us with smiling faces upon entering the classroom, especially during our senior year when we were never yelled at by Mr. Cops for being late, always at the top of our game and prepared for class. But seriously, thank you for putting up with our dumb questions. Even though they always say there are no dumb questions, we all know there are dumb questions. You have given us all the resources and tools we need in order to succeed in the future. Whether it was inspirational advice about the importance of working hard for Mr. Berger, or more specific topics like how to properly cite a book from Mrs. Wilson. You have taught us so much over the span of 4 years. Thank you for the impact that you've had on our lives. I can guarantee that each one of the students sitting here has been influenced by at least one of you. We must also thank members of the Board of Education and other school leaders for their continuous efforts in helping us succeed. Without the Board of Education, we wouldn't have the opportunities of playing on new sports fields or researching current scientific topics. Mr. Clemenson, you've been a part of our educational careers for quite some time now. From being our middle school principal to our superintendent, you've always made us a priority, whether that was by attending fundraisers and community events or showing your smiling face in our hallways. We must also extend our thanks to Mr. Ferraro and Mr. Ashard. Although you frustrated us at times with confiscating headphones, hats, and cell phones, or maybe the 10 million drafts of this speech, we couldn't have made it to this point without you. Whether we need someone to calm us down during AP season or reassure us that we do not have to have our whole life planned out at the age of 18, you always made time for us despite your busy schedules. Thank you to all three of you for all your guidance and hard work in these 4 years. Finally, I'd like to thank my peers, the class of 2016. We have become a close-knit family, and the thought of leaving your best friends who have been there for you through thick and thin can be heart-wrenching. We have all made memories that will not be forgotten, from the more obvious such as prom or senior trip or even today, to the smaller ones like taking a drive over Palmquag Bridge with your friends or your driver's ed instructor, or planning our senior prank, where I think we all shared a sense of fear when Travis said he was doing his own thing. We realize that it's less about what we did, but who we did it with. When we look back, remember faces and feelings, not the shoes you wore to prom. You'll remember laughing with your best friends or maybe reconnecting with someone you haven't talked to in a while. At the end of the day, the people in our community are what make Hampton Bays home. And although we may be preparing to enter the workforce or leave for college, at this time we are surrounded by all those who love us. So take a second to live in this moment. Appreciate all those who helped you make it here today and make memories with those who you may be leaving in just a short couple of months. I would just like to end with one piece of advice. Live in every moment that you can and live it to the fullest. It's easy to get caught up in your future plans or remembering all the memories from the past, but don't forget to live in the now. This day is special, so make memories, show appreciation to those who love you, and celebrate all the hard work that you've done over these past 4 years. You deserve the honor of this moment. Don't be absent from this amazing time filled with nostalgia, excitement, love, and anticipation of what the future holds. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations, class of 2016. Good luck in all your future endeavors, and enjoy all the special moments life has to offer. Thank you.
In recognition of your outstanding academic achievements, we present you with this trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we have a special musical presentation, a performance by our graduating chorus members led by high school choral director Deborah Liso and accompanied by Mr. Steve Polero from our elementary school. Would our senior performers please come forward?
When you take that job, don't fear the fall. When the water rises, you will go.
Let's be in your name. Hope you can everybody you choose to say.
You fall in love, it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, get all you have.
That you don't suffer with me. I get it all. Every second in this world again, so many places, the things that I did, every broken wrong, I swear I did.
Oh, that you spend your days and you're that up.
When the sun goes down, I feel that love.
Wish that I could witness all with you, all with you. Until the breeze outside, I did it all. I did it all. I hope every second that this world again, so many places, things that I did, every broken heart, I swear I did. I swear I will. I swear I did it all. I did it all. I hope every second that this world can get, so many places, things that I did, with every broken heart, I swear I did.
Thank you for that tremendous performance. At this time, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Lars Clemenson.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Richard. Congratulations to each of you, young men and young women sitting under this tent. Thank you to our educators for providing a first-class education to the class of 2016. To the parents and families, who were in the PTSA, Papa, the boosters, to those who sat at the kitchen table, pushing homework, writing flashcards, who picked up and dusted off your children, who uplifted and empowered them to achieve and to dream past these 18 years. Congratulations. And to the class of 2016, my friends, you've done it. Congratulations on today's tremendous honor. I'd like to make, before I begin, offer a few recognitions. First, to our Board of Education. Today's culmination is because of the foundation that you have set for kids to be successful. So our community, thank you. To our student and alumni band, with alumni dating back to 1983, thank you for being here. It's clear that the arts are a priority in Hampton Bays. And to our retirees who begin their graduations today as well. Here on the stage with us today, Denise DeRosa and BJ Ferrucci. Congratulations. I know Mrs. Slowey and Mrs. Wilson are somewhere out in the crowd, and we thank them and congratulate them as well. And to Mr. and Mrs. Waring, Mr. Arnold, Mr. Mancuso, Mrs. Borgal, and Mrs. Schottenhamel, we salute their very important careers as well. I am so pleased to be your superintendent of schools, and I consider it one of the greatest honors of my life. And in preparing remarks today, I spent a good deal of time thinking about what it means for you specifically and what lies ahead, just outside of this tent and in just a few minutes. In the past, I've stood here and I've likened graduation to the end of a conveyor belt, with you, the finished product, shining and ready to roll off the production line, perfect and ready for life. Last year, I called it a wedding, the milestone that so many spend their entire lives preparing for. I called it a celebration, an accomplishment, and an honor for you and your families. And it is all of those things. But today, I'm thinking about how commencement is a challenge. It's a mission, and it's given to you in the form of this diploma. And the mission that you're going to accept on this stage is to put that diploma to work, to do good, to right a wrong, to solve a problem, to serve your neighbors. Your mission is simply to make this diploma mean something beyond the culmination of your time at Hampton Bays High School. And you need to figure that out. Some of you have already figured it out. But like Alicia said, if you haven't, it's okay. You don't have to have it concretely set just yet. But it's something you just must think about. You need to figure out how your talents, your passions, your experiences all make up the package that you are, the package that you have to offer this world. And this world is a demanding boss. It will expect always your best intentions, your best thoughts, and your hardest work. The year that you were born, I was a senior in high school. That's weird. It was 1998. I was living in Texas, as you know, but driving a Chrysler New Yorker from 1983. So that was a little foreshadowing for us. We had the internet, but I was only allowed to go on it for 10 minutes a day before dinner. Today, you're on the internet for all but 10 minutes. 18 years ago today, and I still wouldn't have an email address for 2 more months until I got to college. And even then, I thought I probably won't use email. The economy was great. September 11th hadn't yet happened. There were challenges and opportunities that my graduating class would surely face after high school. But I think they're different than today. In 1998, I didn't even have a cell phone. I had a pager though. And today, in 2016, we're live streaming today's commencement for the world to see on YouTube. So the times have changed, and the world you will take on has changed as well. You have both challenges and opportunities ahead. You face the challenge of restoring faith in our government, ethics in business, care in our environment, and peace in the world. But you also have the opportunity to serve your neighbor, to make a scientific discovery, to lead society, to succeed in business, or harness technology to do good in our world. You may have more opportunity to do good and more potential to make a difference than any generation before you. So you have to figure out how you leave this tent today and go about doing that. I hope that you remember from where you came. Alexis said that. I hope you remember that Hampton Bays has offered you more than any generation before you to succeed and find your true self. I hope you realize your time in science research or in the basketball championships, on the stage performing, or serving those in need with warm meals and a caring heart were all opportunities that you had that were developing your person. I hope you go forth with humility to understand that for as much as you have to give, there's much you still have to learn, and that this school, your families, your teachers, your community have given you the tools to do that. There's a quote that I keep in my office right next to my door. It's an old fisherman's prayer for our Bayman community that reads, "Oh God, thy sea is so big and my boat so small." Be humble and remember that although our individual boats are small, you're now part of a network, a Hampton Bays network that branches out across the world. You are Hampton Bays, and alone, your boat is small but mighty. But as Alexis said, the world will soon know what the class of 2016 is all about, and the world will be changed. In short, the Hampton Bays Public Schools have prepared you for this moment, and you are prepared to leave this tent and go forth and make change. My seniors, as we wind down the last official words you'll hear from me, I hope you hear this final message loudly. I know you'll certainly hear it from those seated behind me, that Hampton Bays is your home team. We will not forget you. We will always cheer for you, and we will always be here for you. Congratulations, graduates, and good luck. Now, my distinct honor to introduce to you one of us, my friend Chris Cariello, Hampton Bays class of 2002, owner of the One North Steakhouse, some of your bosses here, right? And a Board of Education trustee with Eastern Suffolk BOCES. He's our distinguished guest and keynote speaker, and he's come back to Hampton Bays High School to share some of his thoughts on life since he's walked these very same halls. Chris.
Good morning. I would like to thank Superintendent of Schools, Lars Clemenson, for inviting me here today. Also, your principal, Mr. Richard, and his assistant, Mr. Ferraro. The members of the Hampton Bays Board of Education, the dedicated faculty and staff of the high school, proud parents, grandparents, and guests, and of course, the graduating class of 2016. It is an unexpected honor for me to be your commencement speaker today. Back in 2002, when I graduated from Hampton Bays High School, I could well have been named boy least likely to be asked to deliver an alumni commencement address. Such a possibility would never have crossed my mind, or anyone else's for that matter. I'm sure there are a few teachers present today who are scratching their heads. But that was 14 years ago. Since then, I've graduated from Johnson Wales University with a degree in culinary arts and food service entrepreneurship. I've taught culinary arts at the Viking Cooking School and Loaves and Fishes in Bridgehampton. I opened my first restaurant at the age of 25 and made a pretty good go of it. When the building I leased was sold out from under me, I opened a second restaurant, which is now one of the most successful steakhouses in the Hamptons, One North Steakhouse. Not too bad for an average kid from Hampton Bays. If you take nothing else away from my talk this morning, please take away the lesson that anything is possible. Of course, there's a bigger story behind my success and most others' success, then anything is possible. So if you will indulge me for a few minutes, I will give you some unsolicited advice. I suspect you'll get a lot of that today. First, discover the genius within yourself. It is very possible that you have no idea at this point in your life where you want to go or who you want to be. But everyone, and I mean everyone, has at least one thing at which they excel. Everyone has at least one extraordinary gift. Perhaps it's working with numbers or computers, riding horses or singing, making people laugh or teaching. Perhaps it's fixing things or taking care of people, listening to others, or yes, even cooking. You have to figure that out, and then use it, cultivate it, build on it. Nothing is too far out of reach. Everyone has to start somewhere, but there is genius inside of each of us, and it is our job to find it and then use it. Second, become an entrepreneur in your own life. Don't worry, I don't mean you have to open your own business. The true definition of entrepreneur has to do with the pursuit of opportunity. A Harvard professor defined entrepreneurship as the pursuit of opportunity without regard to resources under control. My father, James Cariello, taught me to be an entrepreneur when I was 10 years old. His definition of entrepreneurship was the pursuit of opportunity when you don't have a dime in your pocket. I often hear young people say that it might be better for them to wait until they have more experience. But I am a big believer in the power of inexperience. That's right, inexperience. Inexperience was by far the greatest asset I had when I started my restaurant. If I had known at the onset how hard it was going to be, I might have never started. So when opportunity knocks, and it will, be ready. Don't think about not having enough money or enough experience. Go for it. You may fail. Most ventures fail in the beginning, but you will be stronger and wiser next time opportunity comes to your door. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. That is a quote from the late, great Muhammad Ali. It's a perfect segue to my third piece of advice. Third, believe in yourself. Muhammad Ali certainly believed in himself. He called himself the greatest even before he knew he was. He thought if he said it often enough, he could convince himself, and then he could convince the world. Self-confidence is the first step towards realizing your dream. People with self-efficacy are more likely to try new things. They tend to rebound better after failure, and they are more persistent in the face of obstacles. Some people argue that success comes before self-confidence, but I think that the two are more closely intertwined. We are successful because we believe in ourselves, and we believe in ourselves because we are successful. But for certain, never put yourself down. There are more than enough people out there who will do that for you if you let them. Always remember the quote from Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh. You are better than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Fourth and my final piece of advice. Remember, true leaders don't create followers. They create more leaders. Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. The challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be bold, but not a bully. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be humble, but not timid. To be proud, but not arrogant. To have humor, but never folly. Most important in my mind is that good leaders never ask anyone to do anything they would not do themselves. Leaders are in the trenches every day with their loyal soldiers. I am reminded of Theodore Roosevelt Jr., the son of President Teddy Roosevelt, who was the only general on D-Day to go ashore with his first wave of troops invading Normandy. He would not ask his men to do something he was not willing to do himself. Years later, General Omar Bradley was asked to name the single most heroic action he had ever seen in combat, and he replied, Ted Roosevelt on Utah Beach. There are natural-born leaders right here among us today. Under this tent, there are future entrepreneurs, politicians, managers, doctors, lawyers, soldiers, teachers, coaches, and more. And when in a group or on a team, never waste your time looking for a leader. Just look in the mirror, because it's you. I have the honor of being a leader of some fine young gentlemen, all who work at One North, who are graduating here today. Matt Rinaldi. That's the leader in the One North kitchen. He's moved up the ranks very quickly. Tyler Carbone, a.k.a. Mr. Baker. Tyler's the leader on the football field. Andrew Solano. Andrew's a leader in jiu-jitsu. Watch out. Jack Helfrich and Matt Carney. Let's just say you two are special in your own way. Now, in all seriousness, all these kids, if there are any bit of resemblance of this class. You guys are all excellent students, and you have a great future ahead of you. So now that you know most of the secrets to my success, let me close with a word or two about gratitude. This is clearly a day for gratitude. I am certainly grateful to have been invited here today. I am grateful to have business here in Hampton Bays, and I am grateful for the excellent education I received at Hampton Bays High School. My guess is that there is at least one teacher here in Hampton Bays to whom you will always be grateful and to whom you will never forget. Before you leave today, say thank you. And you will surely be remiss if you didn't thank those people here today who made sure you went to school, who fixed your breakfast, who washed your clothes, who prayed for your success. In fact, if you're lucky enough to have your parents here today, as soon as you see them at the close of the ceremony, give them a hug and say, I love you. It won't cost you a thing, and they'll never forget it. And as you express your gratitude, remember these words from the late President John F. Kennedy. The highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Congratulations, class of 2016. Remember, anything is possible.
Thank you, Chris. If we could have you back up at the podium for just one moment. I would like to say thank you to you for being here to honor our graduates. And we ask that you accept this award, commemorate you speaking to the class of 2016 today. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to the microphone our board president, Mr. Rich Joslin, who would like to reflect on a special connection.
I saved the old for last. Good afternoon, Hampton Bays. And good morning, good afternoon now. Good afternoon to you, the class of 2016. I asked Mr. Clemenson the old gym at the elementary school. As I look out here today, my, how we have grown. Now I will dispense upon you words of wisdom which you will carry with you throughout your life, or at least till the end of the ceremony. So I ask you to sit up, pay attention, and take notes. Are you ready? Whatever you dream to do next, just do it. Hold on to it with a positive attitude. Stay motivated and believe in it. Stay inspired and do your best. Add love to what you are doing, then you will succeed. I want to thank all your parents, family, and friends of the Hampton Bays community. I want to thank all the teachers and supporting staff. I want to thank the administration and my fellow board members for making the Hampton Bays School a school that I am proud to serve. I will now add a personal thank you to the 2016 seniors before me and wish you the best and remember this. Think good of others, be good to others, and do good for others. And keep your shoelaces tied. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Joslin. All right, so the end of the speeches, it's the moment, it's now. So I have a few words that I would like to offer the class of 2016, and then we'll begin with the commencement activity of giving you diplomas. So if I were to use one word to describe this class, it would be perseverance, which is defined by many as steady persistence in a course of action. We've all seen this on the athletic fields, in the classroom, on stage, and through service activities in our community, as this class has performed at the highest levels in pursuit of their future ambitions. I would like to share some facts with our guests here today that speak to the hard work, commitment, and persistence of the class of 2016. 34 members of this class will graduate today with a Regents Diploma with the Advanced designation. 20 members of this class have achieved the Advanced Regents Diploma with honors. By year's end, we had 14 scholar athlete teams with collective averages of 90 or greater. And as I mentioned last night, colleges and universities all over the nation have offered this class an astounding Hampton Bays record-setting $1,929,000 in scholarships and financial awards. And this fall, they'll be attending some of the finest colleges and universities in the nation, including Boston University, Barnard, Northeastern, James Madison, Penn State, Syracuse, High Point, and virtually every SUNY in the state, including Binghamton, Stony Brook, Albany, Geneseo, Maritime, and Portland. In addition, one member of the class of 2016 will serve her country in the United States Air Force Reserves. Elizabeth Lamparter, will you please stand and be recognized? When teaching writing, we often ask students to support their claims. So as a matter of practicing what we preach, here are a few examples of how the class of 2016 has persevered, through meeting, challenging, or by pushing adversity aside in pursuit of a goal. Erin Goldrick joins us here today after battling her way through more than 20 surgeries, and will pursue her dream of becoming a pediatric nurse at SUNY Farmingdale in the fall. Maria Camila Hernandez joined the class of 2016 with 4 months remaining in her junior year. Today, she will receive an Advanced Regents Diploma after having essentially tackled 4 years of high school in 16 months. We have incredible language learners such as Angie Correa and Angel Cuskell, who fought every step of the way through Regents examinations to become the first high school graduates in their families. Research scientists Lily Spellman and Magdalena Roble will continue the work they began with Dr. Forsberg here in Hampton Bays. Lily will begin the path to curing macular degeneration at Barnard, and Magda will pursue her passion studying atmospheric sciences at Stony Brook University. Our very own executive chef, Matt Rinaldi, found his passion in culinary arts during his years in Hampton Bays. Matt, I will never forget St. Patrick's Day this year when Chef Weiss fell ill. Matt stepped up, ran our kitchen, cooked corned beef and cabbage for the entire faculty, and to this day, he persists in this course of action through his job at One North and enrollment in the culinary program at Suffolk Community College. Congratulations. I ask that you all consider the years Alexis dedicated to basketball. From the hours spent shooting hoops in her driveway to playing on a travel team, she developed the skills that culminated in a school record of 2,162 points. As she did here in Hampton Bays, I am certain she will learn, grow, and persist on her path as a collegiate basketball player and student at Adelphi University. In In each of these examples, our students set goals, worked hard, and achieved. This is exactly what you must do to find success in life. So whether you're Andres or Todd crusading about the ability to wear hats in school, or trying to restore beach grass at Tiana like Laura and Magda, I ask that you set goals and persist in a course of action that you believe in. I would like to end by thanking all of you for 4 years of great memories. I am not sure what Hampton Bays High School will be like without the joined twins, Franny and Alyssa, walking the halls, or what the main office will feel like without Madeline there every moment of the day. Speaking of Madeline, I would like to invite Mr. Ferraro to the podium for a special presentation.
Madeline, we really couldn't leave here today without officially granting you the title that you have earned over the past few years. So here's your very own desk placard, which reads, Madeline Salvatore, Assistant to the Assistant Principal.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of Hampton Bays High School, congratulations to the class of 2016. We're very proud of your accomplishments and look forward to sharing in your future success. At this special time, ladies and gentlemen, will Superintendent of Schools Lars Clemenson and Board of Education President Rich Joslin step forward to begin the awarding of diplomas.
The words that you are about to hear between Mr. Richard, School Board President Joslin, and myself, and I'll ask all board members to stand with me, are a serious tradition among all high schools in New York State. Under every tent, on every football field, and in each auditorium across New York, whether it be last night, today, or tomorrow, these words are being spoken universally and officially to turn these pieces of paper here into New York State's authorization to call you a graduate. Principal Richard will confirm the readiness of each graduate to me as the Superintendent of Schools, and then I will proudly verify to the Board President, Mr. Joslin, and the Board of Education that the Hampton Bays Union Free School District has done its job, and these proud men and women are ready to go. Mr. Joslin's assurance is to Albany, to our Commissioner of Education and the Board of Regents, that each of these candidates are certifiably and proudly graduates of Hampton Bays High School. So let's begin.
At this time, it is both an honor and a privilege to present the class of 2016 to Superintendent of Schools Lars Clemenson, and to declare these candidates meet all the necessary requirements for their high school diplomas.
As Superintendent of Schools, with the pride in the achievement, success, and obvious potential of the class of 2016, it is my privilege to certify to Board President Rich Joslin, Vice President Kevin Springer, and Trustees Scott Capuano, Michael Dunn, and Liz Scully the eligibility of these candidates present for their high school diplomas.
By the authority vested in me as President of the Board of Education, I am honored to declare that these candidates present are eligible to receive their high school diplomas from the state of New York and the Hampton Bays Union Free School District, and are entitled to all the rights and privileges pursuant to their issue.
With pride and celebration and the approval of the entire Board of Education, the Board President and I will begin the conference of diplomas to the class of 2016. Will the Board of Education and Mr. Ferraro please join me to begin?
Here we go. Class of 2016. Alicia Galiski. Kayla James. Lily Spellman. John Carlos Ruiz. Alexis Katopoulos. Alexis will be awarded a diploma by her uncle and former Board of Education trustee, William Katopoulos. Nestor Aguero. Magdalena Robel. Todd Anderson. Erin Link. Zachariah Anderson. Maria Agudelo. John Arisabal. Rebecca Altamirano. Christian Herrera. Johanna Arcilla. Danny Barreto. Erica Argueta. Reed Bennett. Donna Armijos. Isaac Brown. Daniela Avila. Michael Calicat. Alyssa Bandick. Tyler Carbone. Ashley Ferrantes. Matthew Carney. Leslie Bautista Prieto. Pablo Castro. Alexis Bogano. Angel Cusco. William Zanakakis. Melissa Bradnick. Neve Cantwell. Steven Flores. Celeste Ceballos. Travis Flynn. Kimberly Chabla. Jake Patopoulos. Jake will be awarded his diploma by his mother and former Board of Education trustee, Lisa Patopoulos. Angie Correa. Timothy Frost. Helen Cortez. Anthony Janine. Rebecca Curtis. Michael Goody. Ashley Dallas. Ryan Gunn. Jamie DiPierdomenico. Jose Guzman. Olga Feliciano. Francesca Briscia. Tyler Hand. Elizabeth Garnett. Tyler Havens. Lali Gazga Reyes. Jack Elford. Aaron Goldrick. Tate Johnson. Tate will be awarded by his father, the Board of Education President, Rich Johnson. Michaela Risman. Yakub Corrali. Eastland Gutierrez. Paul King. Maria Guzman. Evan Kelly. Cameron Heaney. Kevin Kenny. Maria Camila Hernandez. Lucas Krause. Valentina Herrera. Thomas Lackman. Cindy Jimenez. David Lemos. Julia LaBrua. Alex Luna. Elizabeth Lampard. Jason Luna. Madison Langsdorff. Donald Martin. Gabriella Labou. Jack Martin. Shannon Long. Andres Martinez Arras. Allison Lopez. Reese Lovett. Mitchell McKinney. Brian Moore. Allison Mencia. Aiden Lease. Hannah Martinez Arias. Oscar Gorilla. Amanda Maurizio. Luis Narvaez. Heather McConnell. Matthew Niles. Catherine McNamara. Andrew Noah. Megan Miller. Liam O'Rourke. Victoria Mims. Gabriella Moray. Ryan O'Shea. Elizabeth Otani. Jack Peterson. Jamila Pena. Julio Quiros. Talia Perez. David Ramirez. Alyssa Cooper. Elmer Ramirez. Gloria Ramos Reyes. Jason Ramos. Daisy Ramos. Alex Reamer. Hannah Reed. Matthew Rinaldi. Shannon Ray. Javier Rodriguez. Amanda Reyes. Jose Sanchez. Samantha Rodriguez. Corey Schneider. Narcy Rojas. Franklin Schumacher. Madeline Salvatore. Robert Scott. Cassidy Sherman. Jack Seabury. Alexa Schulteis. Evan Cigarelli. Alice Jansen. Leonardo Silva. Jennifer Sullivan. Marley Tyler. Andrew Solano. Emily Beck. Brandon Solo. Kayla Villanueva. Justin Strecker. Marco. Andy Urbano. Von Bartel. Danny Vega. Amber Wheeler. Christopher Velasquez. Ivy Williams. Matthew Williams. Drew Zaweski. Michael Zamorano. And lastly, Laura Zaweski.
Thank you, Superintendent Clemenson, Mr. Joslin, and board trustees, and Mr. Ferraro. And congratulations to our new graduates. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your participation this morning in our joyous ceremony of academic success. I now ask that you all rise as the high school and alumni band performs our alma mater. Thank you to our current and alumni band members. At this time, Assistant Principal Eric Ferraro and Senior Class Advisor Kelly Barrett will lead the class in the traditional turning of the tassel. Class, as you move your tassel from right to left, I declare you graduates of Hampton-Bays High School, and these proceedings closed. Congratulations. Please remain standing as the guests on stage, and then the graduates exit during our recessional. Thank you.
Anything that's